warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, I'm Belen Cynthia Paki as a moderator from Group 5. This opportunity, we will explain the material about context oriented. The first speaker, Atikotul Muafakoh. The second speaker, Maftuha. The third speaker, Kiki Fauzia Salsabila. The fourth speaker, Nihaya and Lesmi Berlian Cynthia Faki. Okay, Atikatul Muafakoh, time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Atikotul Muafakoh as a first speaker. What is context-oriented? The context-oriented approach is one of the theoretical approaches to literature. The context-oriented theory is the theory to examine the historical background, political, and social background in the writing of fictions such as novel, drama, poem, and short story. B. Context-oriented approach. This term refers to heterogeneous group of schools and methodologies which do not regard literary texts as self-contained, independent work of art but try to place them within a large context. It is divided into two parts: the literary history and Marxist literary theory. What is literary history? Literary history is the text with respect to his historical background, dates, text, and examines their mutual influence. Marxist literary theory is based on the writing of Karl Marx. It examines the conditions of production in certain literary periods and their influence on the literary texts of the time. Context-oriented approach, there are first new historicism and the last feminist literary theory and gender theory.
First, New Historicism. New Historicism rose in use in the 1980s. It builds on post-structuralism and deconstruction, with their focus on text and discourse, but adds a historical dimension to the discussion of literary texts. For example, Shakespeare's works are viewed as a consummation with the historical document on the discovery of America. 2. Feminist literary theory and gender theory. Feminist literary theory bomb on the movement of people, especially women, which has strongly established academic discipline. Feminist literary theory starts with the assumption that gender difference is an aspect which has been neglected in traditional literary criticism and therefore argues the traditional domain of literary criticism has to be re-examined from a gender-oriented perspective. In the interpretation of literary text, it is important to decide the suitable for the text and can lead to new results. Although a text might imply certain approach because of its thematic, historical, or structural qualities, different approaches might often produce more original and rewarding results.
C. Humanistic or ethical approach. Humanistic or ethical approach, Matthew Arnold, claims human values to be important in the work of literature. Ethical criticisms roots back to the ancient philosopher, American New Humanist Irving Babbitt, Paul Elmer More developed the methodology based on the new conception of humanism and egalitarianism. Literature should follow the moral standard synthesized from the world philosophic and literary tradition. Modern scholar Eugene Goodhart combined historic and ethical approach. D. Social and cultural approach. social and cultural approach. Frank Raymond Lewis, Herbert Richard Hogarth claims that peculiarities of the certain literary approach are shaped by social and cultural environment. Sociological approach. Sociological approach. Randall Bourne, Van Wyck Brooks, F. Dale S. Frankenstein, John Goffard, Lawson, Philip Bonoski provides critical interpretation from some political point of view. There are several literary approaches, including the following: A. Typological approach, B. Cultural and historical approach, C. Humanistic or ethical approach, D. Social and cultural approach, E. Sociological approach, F. Mythological approach. A. Typological approach identifies the inner links between the works of one author or different author, describes common trends of the literary works, typology of literary trends, typology of genres, typology of styles, and etc. The approach helps identify some general principles forming a literary and aesthetic unity to define to which type or genre the literary work belongs. B. Cultural and historical approach, as well as comparative approaches, provide the tools for exploring the influences and interrelations among the literatures.
Okay, I will be continue the material about mythological approach. Mythological approach, archetypal literary criticism, comparative mythology, James George Frazer, and etc. is based on the theory that the myths originated from ritual and is the source of spiritual life. Myth generates literature. According to Marxism, the material reality of economic circumstances forms the base, the conditions, the social, political, and cultural life of the superstructure. Marxism is a theory, determinacy, and historical materiality. Literature is seen as a byproduct of its historical and cultural milieu. It can be identified as a mere vehicle of ideology predetermined by the base or as a reflection of ideology. In general, for groups of approaches to dealing with text in a literary context, and I feel that those can be helpful in reading used stories as well. The first, text-oriented approaches, which deal with the text as it is, with its parts or precise words, you name it, and its structure and hello grammar. And the second, author-oriented approaches, which deal with the text in combination with the biography of the author and its substantious influence on the text. And the third, reader-oriented approaches, which focus on the reception of the text. And the last, context-oriented approaches, which try to put the text within a certain perspective.